there was a proposed merger between JetBlue and Spirit. And Joe Biden and Pete Buttigieg, along with the Biden DOJ, decided that they did not want that merger to take place. And at the time, the Biden and Buttigieg DOJ bragged and said, as they canceled the option for this merger, that this was a victory for U.S. travelers who deserve lower prices and better choices. And this today would indicate this is not better for travelers, this is not better for pricing, this is not better for competition. Actually, it's worse.
So that was Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy talking about the merger and the fallout of Spirit Airlines shuttering its doors. So let's take a look back at that merger with JetBlue that could have saved Spirit Airlines. You go back to the merger. The merger itself was $1 billion per year in consumer savings, 10,000 new direct jobs by 2026, and 1,000 daily flights to 145 plus destinations. Remember, Spirit, along with JetBlue, are the low-cost airlines, not the big ones like American, United, Southwest, and Delta. So you look back in the history. So in 2023, Biden administration sued to block that nearly $4 billion merger. 2024, the federal judge blocked it. The Biden administration brought that lawsuit. It caused Spirit not once, but twice to file for bankruptcy in 2024, in 2025. Then, of course, what we saw play out yesterday, 277 flights canceled, boom, dropped 17,000 jobs. 17,000 workers are out of a job today, could push fares up by $100. Let's look back at the former Transportation Secretary, Pete Buttigieg, who was bragging about shutting that merger down.
The Department of Transportation has generally not gotten involved in these merger cases, but that's changing today. It is so important to make sure that passengers have choices, that they have access to low fares, that they have access to competition.
And with that, Airlines for America works on behalf of airlines to improve travel. Former New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu joining us now. Chris, thank you for joining us. And I just want to also, as I try to lay that out, I want to show our viewers the ex-post flashing back to Senator Elizabeth Warren in March of 2024, also bragging about it. She said, I warned for months that a JetBlue Spirit Airlines merger would have led to fewer flights and higher fares. Just as Antitrust Division and DOT were right to stand up for consumers and fight against runaway airline consolidation. This is a Biden win for flyers. But, Chris, now we know it was anything but a win.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely, the opportunity that an airline like Spirit creates for those kind of working class customers, if you will. They have a lot of low fares, a lot of that point-to-point stuff that those consumers really relied on. They threw it away. They absolutely threw it away. They had the opportunity to make sure they could survive. They didn't want to look at the math. They didn't want to look at understand the business models. They just said in the kind of their own big government way, nah, this isn't good. We're not going to allow it to happen. And this is the exact result. What folks warned was going to happen ultimately came to fruition, unfortunately. I give President Trump credit. I think for the last month he's tried desperately to find a way to see if this could be preserved in some way. Unfortunately, the financials, it was really a death spiral, like a 2 or 3 year death spiral here, as Spirit had to just basically cut off a lot of their value, their assets, really, to the point where they didn't even own their own planes by the end of the day. They went from, I think, 220 flights last year to about 80 flights just about a month ago. So it had just become decimated of a company, and decimated for those consumers, unfortunately, for those flyers. So look, ultimately, will these planes get repurposed in some way? Yeah, possibly. But this is a blow. This is a blow to the industry. It's a blow to the consumer. But here's the good news. The other airlines are picking up the slack. The other airlines are stepping in and saying, look, we'll provide all those stranded Spirit folks. We'll make sure that we have capitated prices. We'll make sure that their employees get first in line for job applications and things like that. So I give a lot of credit to the other airlines stepping up and saying, we're not going to let this just wither. We're going to make sure that the consumers, the customers, and the employees of Spirit are really taken care of. So it's been a blow.
A huge blow. And, Governor, you look back at when the Biden administration was dealing with this, and you think, wait a minute, you've got 4 major carriers, American, Delta, United, Southwest, JetBlue and Spirit are now going to become a fifth, so it creates more competition. Rates will come down. It's better for the consumers. My question to you is, for the 17,000 Spirit Airline employees that are now out of a job, what would you tell them as to why this happened? Why are they out of a job today?
Bad politics from the Biden administration. There's just no question about that, right? They refuse to look at math. And yes, Economics 101 was not the strong suit of the Biden administration. And even former Secretary Buttigieg said, look, typically we don't get involved, but we're going to get involved, right? Effectively saying this department is going to get political in something it typically doesn't get involved in because of what the administration wanted, not what the economics, not what the business model was really showing what was best for the consumer and ultimately best for the national airspace. So it's just massively unfortunate. Hopefully it's a good lesson learned. And like I said, with the idea that everyone else is kind of stepping up to fill in the gaps, to take care of those employees, to take care of those customers, I think that's a really good sign. They've set up individual websites for the customers, for those employees, making sure that they can kind of, it can be as smooth of a transition as possible because, folks have places to be. This is America, and airlines are a leading indicator of where we're going economically. You don't want to slow that down. So folks are stepping up to try to make sure that we can make up for some pretty big mistakes of a couple of years ago.
Some big mistakes indeed. Airlines for America President and former Governor Chris Sununu, thank you for joining us.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.